The plane hadn't even taken off before arrogance filled the cabin. Lauren Whitman marched down the aisle, stopped beside Dr. Jordan Hayes, and snapped, "You're in my seat." He smiled, handed her his boarding pass, seat 1A, first class, but she waved it off. "You people always try this," she said, loud enough for others to hear. The attendant rushed over, siding with her without even looking. Seconds later, Jordan unlocked his phone, leaned back, and whispered, "Before you call security, call your boss. I own this airline." The first-class cabin of Titan Airways Flight 317 glowed with quiet privilege, champagne glasses clinking, attendants smiling, passengers half listening to safety briefings they believed were for others. Then came the voice that cut through all of it. "Excuse me. You're in my seat. Lauren Whitman." A corporate consultant with the confidence of someone used to being obeyed stood blocking the aisle, her boarding pass in hand. The man sitting there, Dr. Jordan Hayes, looked up from his phone with calm composure. "Seat 1A, correct?" "Yes," she said sharply. He turned his pass toward her. "That's mine." Lauren scanned it, then smirked. "Oh, I see what's going on. You people always pull this trick. Sneak into first class hoping no one notices." Her voice wasn't loud, but the words carried. A few passengers turned. The attendant, Emily, rushed over, eager to keep peace. "Is everything all right?" Lauren gestured to Jordan. "This man is in the wrong seat. Can you please move him back where he belongs?" Emily glanced at Jordan, and without checking the manifest, said softly, "Sir, maybe you could step aside until we sort this out?" Jordan's eyes lifted slowly, steady and cold. "You didn't even check." Emily hesitated. "You assumed," he said quietly. Lauren crossed her arms. "Oh, for heaven's sake, don't make this a scene. We all know what's happening here." Jordan stared at her a moment, then smiled faintly. "You're right. We do." He didn't move. Lauren's impatience flared. "I'll have security handle this." Without waiting, she pressed the intercom button. "We have an unauthorized passenger in first class," she announced. The cabin went silent. A man in business attire leaned over from 1B. "Ma'am, maybe check the list before embarrassing yourself." Lauren shot him a glare. "I don't need your advice." Jordan stayed silent, tapping his phone once. 30 seconds later, the cockpit door opened. The captain himself stepped out. "What seems to be the issue?" Lauren spoke before anyone else could. "This man's in my seat. He refuses to move." The captain looked at Jordan, then at her. "Dr. Hayes?" Lauren blinked. "You know him?" The captain straightened his posture immediately. "Yes, ma'am. Dr. Jordan Hayes, founder and chief executive officer of Titan Airways." The words hit the cabin like turbulence. Lauren froze. "That's impossible." Jordan leaned back in his seat, eyes locked on hers. "You're right. It's unbelievable that someone representing Titan's corporate partner would behave like this." The attendant, Emily's face went pale. "Sir, I didn't realize." "You didn't check," Jordan repeated softly. "And you let prejudice do your job for you." Lauren tried to recover. "This is a misunderstanding." He raised a hand. "No, it's clarity." He gestured toward the man in 1B. "You've been recording this entire time, haven't you?" The man nodded, holding up his phone. "For legal reasons." Jordan smiled faintly. "Good. Send that to our PR team. They'll know what to do." Lauren's confidence cracked. "Please, Dr. Hayes, I didn't mean—" He interrupted her gently. "You meant every word. You just didn't expect a consequence." The captain turned toward Emily. "Escort Ms. Whitman to her correct seat." Lauren's voice trembled. "This is ridiculous." Jordan looked up. "You work for Silverlink Consulting, correct?" She blinked. "Yes. How do you—" He held up his phone. "Titan's analytics division flagged your firm last quarter for unethical conduct. I was reviewing that report before you arrived." Her mouth opened, but no sound came out. Jordan's tone never rose. "Consider this your exit interview." The attendant helped Lauren gather her things as whispers rippled through the cabin. One passenger muttered, "Justice just boarded early." When she disappeared down the aisle, Jordan looked toward Emily. "You made a mistake. Learn from it." Emily nodded quickly. "I will, sir," he smiled. "Good. Everyone deserves a second chance, but not everyone earns one." The captain cleared his throat. "Dr. Hayes, shall we depart?" Jordan nodded. "Please. I have a board meeting in London and I'd prefer it start on time." The plane lifted off. The tension eased, replaced by quiet awe. By the time they reached cruising altitude, the video was already online. Within hours, the clip titled "Woman Tells Airline CEO to Move from His Own Seat" exploded across social media. Millions watched the humiliation unfold in real time. At Titan's headquarters, the PR team released a statement. Titan Airways does not tolerate discrimination of any kind. Every seat purchased is a seat earned, and every passenger deserves dignity. By morning, Silverlink Consulting's contract was terminated. Lauren's firm lost 3 major accounts. The CEO of Silverlink issued a public apology and a resignation, but Jordan wasn't done. He called an emergency leadership meeting and announced Project Dignity, a reform initiative mandating bias training, accountability policies, and an anonymous reporting network for every employee and partner company under Titan Airways. "This isn't about one woman," he told the board. "It's about the culture that allowed her to think she could humiliate someone and walk away unscathed." "We're done with that era." The room erupted in applause. 2 weeks later, Lauren wrote to him privately, "Dr. Hayes, I'm deeply sorry. I acted out of arrogance, not hate. I hope someday you'll forgive me." He replied with one line, "Forgiveness is earned through change, not apology." Months later, at the Titan Diversity Summit, Jordan addressed thousands of employees worldwide. Behind him, the viral clip played silently on screen. "When power meets prejudice," he said, "someone has to decide whether to escalate or educate. I chose both." The audience rose to its feet. Cameras flashed. He ended his speech with the same calm confidence he had that day in seat 1A. "Never forget, respect doesn't depend on status. It depends on awareness." And as the crowd erupted in applause, the man once told to move from his own seat became the face of an airline and a movement that would never ignore injustice again.